If you're thinking about selling your home in Orlando, one of the biggest questions is how much does it actually cost to sell a house? Because while many homeowners focus on the sales price, the reality is that there are several expenses involved in selling a home, and not knowing them ahead of time can create surprises at closing. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana, and I'm a realtor in Central Florida and the Space Coast. And on this channel, I help homeowners understand the real estate market so they can make smarter decisions when buying or selling a home. If you're planning to sell a home in Orlando, Lake Nona, Cocoa Beach, Winter Garden, Merritt Island, Kissimmee, or anywhere in Central Florida and the Space Coast, understanding the true cost of selling is one of the most important steps in preparing for the process. Because when you understand the numbers ahead of time, you can estimate your net proceeds, you can plan your next move, and you can avoid surprises at closing. So let's break it down. First, let's talk about the big picture. In general, the total cost of selling a home in Orlando typically ranges from 6 to 10% of the home sales prices when expenses are considered. Now, that range can be different depending on several factors. The price of the property, of course, what is the condition of the home, the repairs that are needed, and the negotiation with the buyer. But the main categories of selling cost usually includes the real estate commissions, that's the big one, seller's closing cost, home preparation or repairs, and the possible seller's concessions. So let's go through each one of these to understand exactly what to expect. The largest cost involved in selling a home is actually the real estate commission. This fee is typically paid by the seller at closing and is usually shared between the listing agent and the buyer's agent. Now, all commissions are negotiable and can be different depending on the brokerage and the agreement, but these costs represent a significant portion of the overall selling expenses. So, what does the commission actually cover? A professional listing agent usually provides services like pricing strategy based on a comparable market analysis or comparable sales, all professional marketing and photography, the MLS exposure and online visibility, showing coordination, negotiation guidance, and transaction management, all the way to closing. Selling a home is much more than simply putting a listing online or a sign in the yard. The strategy behind pricing, marketing, and negotiation often has a major impact on the final sales price. So this needs to be seriously considered when you are hiring the best agent for you. The second category of the expensive is seller closing cost. When we talk about closing costs, a lot of people think that closing costs are only for the buyers. In Florida real estate transactions, sellers are responsible for certain fees associated with transferring ownership of the property too. Some of the most common closing costs for sellers include the documentary stamp taxes on the deed, the title-related expenses, and the administrative transaction fees. These costs are required to legally complete the transfer of ownership from the seller to the buyer. While these expenses vary depending on the sales price and transaction details, they are a normal part of the home selling process in Florida. This is why working with a realtor and a title company early in the process can help you estimate these costs before listing your home. Another cost that most sellers encounter is home preparation and possible repairs. Not every home requires a major update before selling, but many cases, sellers need to invest in small improvements to make the property more appealing to buyers. For example, minor repairs, touching up the paint, improving the exterior or curb appeal, updating alignment, basic maintenance items. These improvements help create a better first impression and allowed the homeowner to compete more effectively with other listings on the market. In some cases, repairs may also come up after the buyer's inspection, which can lead to negotiation between the buyer and the seller. The key here is preparation. A well-prepared home often attracts stronger offers and can sometimes sell faster. Another factor that can affect the cost of selling is seller concessions. Seller concessions are financial contributions that the sellers agree to provide as part of the purchase agreement. For example, a seller may agree to contribute towards the buyer's closing costs, prepaid expenses, or loan-related fees. These concessions are sometimes used to help facilitate the transaction, especially depending on the market conditions. In some markets, buyers may request concessions to help reduce their upfront cost. In other situations, sellers may offer concessions strategically to attract stronger offers. Every transaction is different, and these items are negotiated between the seller and the buyer during the contract process. Now, here's a question most homeowners really want to know. After all these costs, how much money do sellers actually walk away with? Well, the answer depends on a few key factors: the home sales price, the remaining mortgage balance, the total selling cost, and the equity that was built over time. Many homeowners who purchased their home several years ago actually have a significant equity because of the property appreciation here in Central Florida. So even after paying selling expenses, many sellers still walk away with substantial proceeds. But the only way to know the real numbers is to analyze the comparable sales, the estimated selling cost, and your current loan balance. One smart move a homeowner can do before listing their home is to review the financial side of the sale first. These include estimating your home value, calculating potential closing costs, understanding commissions, and estimating your net proceeds. When you understand the numbers before listing the home, you can make better decisions about the pricing strategy, timing the sale, and planning your next move. And every property is different, which is why reviewing the numbers for your specific home is so important. Selling a home in Orlando can be a great financial opportunity, especially for homeowners who have built equity over time. But understanding the real cost of selling helps ensure that the process is smooth and predictable. If you're curious about what selling your home might look like financially, the best first step is to review the numbers for your specific property. And if you would like help calculating your estimated home value and the potential selling cost here in Central Florida, feel free to reach out or schedule a consultation. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe for more videos about Florida real estate, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.